Thank you and welcome to the show for today. You are watching Perspectives and I am host Alana McLaughlin. This morning on the show I have George Bisong, known as G.E.B. or G.E.B, here discussing his background, his education, his artistry, and ultimately the impact that he seeks to leave on Tennessee communities. And I just want to thank you, George, for spending some time with me this morning and for letting me just kind of get into your story a little bit.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you, Alana.
To start off this first segment, I want to talk baby George years, baby G.E.B, baby G.E.B, whatever we want to call it. But just tell me about your early background, kind of set up what childhood looked like for you. I know you're from Houston, Texas, and so talk a little bit about that environment and just kind of tell me about your baby years.
Okay, first generation American. My parents are from Cameroon, Africa. Grew up in Houston, Texas.
I have to ask, just off bat, tell me about the pressures of being a first gen.
Oh yeah, pressures unlimited. Yeah, I'm about to say I was born to be a doctor, engineer, or lawyer.
Yeah.
So that kind of what I did. I went to college at Purdue. Was on the pre-med track, but you know things changed. So.
Now we got to go backwards, back. Tell me about your childhood in Texas. Tell me kind of what your parents did, their involvement. Did you have any siblings? Were you into sports? Just kind of take me through George as a baby.
Okay, I had one older brother. He's 3 years older than me. Besides that, it was just really just me focusing on school, doing stuff to keep me busy, stay away, stay positive. Did a lot of football, a lot of basketball, a lot of track and field. I was a person who did any type of extracurricular activity.
Just kept busy.
Yeah, kept busy. Did a lot of choir, other stuff. So just try to stay well versed.
Now, tell me some early music influences. I know at this point you're probably thinking like, I'm going to be this engineer, this doctor, but tell me what you were listening to.
Wayne, Kanye. Let's see who else was really getting bumped back then. Kodak. When I was pushing into high school, I was listening to a lot of Kodak, Future,
Now I'm thinking
Young
these baby
Thug.
years. And in Texas, and I think, is this like Paul Wall? Is it
Beyonce.
Beyonce
busting. Paul Wall was good, you know what I'm saying? We got some, Travis was coming up. We got some Young Thug. I said Young Thug, Slim Thug. What else we got? We got Chameleonaire.
Yeah, the riding dirt.
You feel me? Yeah, that transition, that area. Yeah, so that's what.
And that's like a beautiful setup because that kind of gets me in the mode of what you were listening to, how that was shaping you. Now take me through middle and high school. You kind of hinted at it. You started listening to Kodak. What years were those? What years did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school in 2017.
Okay, so this is basically like the early 2010s, the late 2000s. And tell me again how that music taste was developing through that era.
That's just, it was a lot of pre-game turn up, a lot of getting to know yourself, a lot of turn up music, so that's really what we was vibing to. But also, I like to rock out sometimes. I like some Linkin Park, you know what I'm saying? I like some Frey. Who else? Adele was going crazy right then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that caught me a lot. I listen to music all day, so it's kind of hard. I can go through.
But now, at this point, you didn't think that this would be a career. You're just casually listening. Now take me through high school and what inspired you to attend Purdue.
High school was good. I went to Dulles High. Shout out to the Vikings, 550. Yeah, it was smooth. Probably the most diverse school in the district. Helped me communicate with people, learn to stay versatile and communicate and express myself, etc. Yeah, just I don't want to say a normal kid because I was him, but it was like.
I know that's right.
But yeah, just, you know, sports, school, after-curricular activities, stay on straight and narrow, can't complain.
And where did Purdue come in? Especially like outside of maybe a traditional HBCU or just any, what was attractive to you?
I was really looking at Duke, my college career readiness coach suggested Purdue. She had a nice little banner in there. I applied and they gave me more money than Duke, so.
I know that's right. Now, what was your major going over?
Brain and behavioral sciences.
Ooh. Now, take me through your college experience, and this is how we'll kind of wrap up this first segment. But tell me how that experience shaped you.
It was great. I went there early that first summer. That's why I met my producer, Rico. He's here with us today. Since then, that's where we started making music. He said he wants to start making beats. I was always the freestyle type of kid, so hand in hand.
So now we got to break this experience up. You know I got to ask questions.
Go crazy.
Going into Purdue, you weren't pursuing music yet.
No.
But you just met Rico, and he's already producing.
No.
No. So you both are just kind of on your individual academic tracks. When did he begin producing, or how did he?
After we crossed Phi Beta Sigma our freshman year. Yeah.
Sigma man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then that's,
And to really end this first segment, talk about how that experience, how that fraternity shaped you.
it shaped me to this day. It really
Yeah.
changed me to the man I am. Just a lot of great experiences to grow in, outsource communication and et cetera. So.
I mean, shout out your chapter, man. Give them some
Hey,
love.
shout out Zeta Phi chapter. You know we in this thing. I appreciate
You just got to
you.
give them a little love. In our second segment, we're going to pick back up on kind of life in college. You working with Rico. I want to hear how you guys both just kind of wanted to pursue your artistic kind of endeavors. I want to hear how that turned into a career.
Okay.
I want to learn how that shaped you moving down to Music City. I want to hear how that shaped you being at Skydeck, at Control the View, and all the awesome things you've done.
Okay.
And I encourage our viewers to tune into the second segment of Perspectives, where George and I will return to discuss his artistry, his background, and the impact he seeks to leave on Tennessee. To the second segment of the show for today. For viewers just tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin, and you are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I have George Bisong here discussing his artistry, his background, his career, and ultimately the impact that he seeks to leave on Tennessee communities through his work. In our first segment, George set up his early life in Houston, Texas. He set up just kind of some early music experiences, early music inspirations, everyone from Lil Wayne, we talked Travis Scott, Beyonce, of course, and a lot of other really impactful and awesome artists that kind of dominated his childhood and the radio waves in that era. We're coming back in on the second segment talking about George's collegiate experiences, how those experiences shaped him, ultimately how they shaped and inspired him to move down to Music City, and we're talking about what he's done since being here in Music City. We're coming right back into college. You've just met Nick. He's a producer. Rico, not Nick. I'm sorry, Rico. I'm sorry, Rico. But you just met him, and he's a producer. And I want to talk about how that inspired you to say, maybe I should start writing something, maybe I should get in the studio. If you can think of your first studio experience, yeah.
Our first studio experience was actually in his dorm. I was in the closet. Amazon mic, like, yeah, it was rough. But
And had set this up for me. I mean, did you come with like lyrics pre-written?
no,
You
freestyle, yeah.
How did you procure the beat? Did he do the beat?
He made the beat.
He made the beat.
Yeah.
And so did he play this for you at first, or so you just walked into the closet?
Yeah.
And you sat down, you're like, I'm finna freestyle.
Yeah.
He put something on, and you just start talking.
Yeah.
And tell me about that experience. That sounds crazy to me. As someone who's not into music, tell me about that.
It was pretty interesting. It was just nice hearing like what he came up with, and of course hearing it now, we're both over here just embarrassed. But just the fact that we made music for the first time, that we created ourselves, it was just like, okay, this is pretty nice. Like now it's like, but when we made it, oh yeah, that was a radio hit right there.
And that kind of like lit the fire almost. Tell me kind of what your artistry looked like after that point. Did you begin to take it seriously a little bit?
No, as much as we could, but you know, with the school and all that, school comes first. We all trying to get the degrees, so it's like when we could really fit it, we get it when we can fit it in type.
I agree.
But then once COVID hit, yeah, we took off.
Now tell me about that. I like to hear from people who had their kind of like pivotal moments during COVID, because it was really a creative boom for all of us. Tell me how you took the lockdown and kind of what you did with it.
Because we was locked down in West Lafayette, and it was, you know, most people went home and left campus, etc. We were just locked in the house, so locked in the house, all of our studio equipment with no responsibilities. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good like 3-4 months period of just hits, and we was like, oh, if we could do this like full time, imagine where we can go. But once COVID ended, you know, school picked back up. We had to go get our degrees, and that's what we did.
Now, take me through graduating college. What do you envision that life is about to look like for you? Tell me, where'd you go, like job-wise? What is life looking like?
I graduated in 2021. I immediately left West Lafayette, Indiana, and went to Atlanta. I needed a lot of more people like me, so that's what I had to do. I loved it. It was a nice little breath of fresh air. And then I was like, okay, I was waiting for him. He didn't graduate till the year after. So once he graduated, I moved back to Indiana so we could start making some music. So, because that's really what I was trying to do the whole time.
Now, in Atlanta, I mean, are you working with different producers? Are you working like a 9 to 5?
He sent me beats. I had a 9 to 5, a little side hustle, but other than that, yeah, just writing.
Just hustling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, making beats.
Now, tell me, after Rico graduates. Yeah, yeah.
Bags packed, yeah.
Now, and tell me, as you're talking to him, as he's getting ready to graduate, what are you guys envisioning? I mean, it's kind of like, it's a big bet to just bet it all on, we're going to just start making music and just go off, you know, like almost abandon our degrees. Tell me just the conversations y'all are having and what y'all are planning about this point where he's about to graduate.
Just learning the nitty gritty of it, you know, music law, what are we really trying to get into, LLCs, copyrights, just the everything that we need to do, we just trying to learn YouTube you. Get it on song, because you know when you tell your parents, oh, I'm about to not do what I'm doing and go to music, you need to have some, you know, something, yeah, substance. So that's when he's like, okay, we know what we're talking about. Hey, this is attainable. Let's just do it. So once we got that down pat, that's what we did.
Now, tell me the transition to Nashville. What inspired that?
Okay, I just dropped my first EP, Stages. That was in Indianapolis, but then I had my first performance at the House of Blues in Chicago. Yeah, so once EP and I'm performing a month later, we was like, okay, this is what we need to be doing.
And let me ask, how did you get invited to House of Blues? How did you make that connect?
I have a friend, young Bambi. He was opening for Bellis Go, and that's when he brought me on.
Cool, like those connections working out. Now, after this performance, and you're kind of like, you're feeling yourself, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I'm him.
Yeah, you're him. After Chicago, after House of Blues, what's next? Where does Nashville come into play?
House of Blues was in July. We moved to Nashville in August.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we moved fast, like so.
Now prior to that performance, why Nashville? Is it just the music culture of it? Is it the kind of
centralized hub? It's nice. So we travel a lot. So the fact that it's right there and we can maneuver pretty easily is smooth. And then Nashville's nice. Can't complain. We've been here. It's been a nice experience. So.
Now tell me about your first project dropping in Nashville. That would be Misery City, right? Tell me a little bit about the production of that, the inspiration behind that project, and talk to me about it.
So for that project, I wanted him to produce every song. I wanted him to engineer everything. So it was just an us type thing. I was still trying to find myself in what type of sound I make and what type of music I make. I'm still very versatile. I still make all genres. So I wanted to make a project that like highlighted that. So I made 8 different songs, 8 different genres that kind of explain the same situation I was given through life. And then I pushed it out in Missouri City.
And now tell me about the reception of it.
Oh, everybody loved it. Some of my top songs are still from Missouri City, so.
I mean, everybody loved it. I want to hear, I mean, are your friends calling, your family?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about the doors it opened for you. Tell me about the opportunities that it led to. Give to me.
Okay, so yeah, my friends still call me to this day, probably like 2 years later, like, oh, George, I slept on this song. Like, so I'm like, yeah, they still like it. Every song gave me different opportunities.
Okay.
Float is my top song off of that project, and everybody seems to like Float. I perform it a lot. It seems like to be a top requested song, so that was great. Deja Vu kind of opened up. I talk about a lot of mental health, so once they started seeing that, they was like, okay, for sure, he's an open book. Started being more personable. Let Go, I'm Sorry, that's also a nice highlight. That's like my rock star hit off that.
Yeah.
People like to rock out with that, so that's a nice little vibe.
And tell me, I mean, after dropping Misery City, kind of just some of the performances or just some of the events that you got into in Nashville. I know Skydeck on Broadway is one of them. And I've heard about these Skydeck performances. Even in the next couple weeks, Paul Wall himself, is coming down here on Skydeck. How did you get involved in that? What's going on the Skydeck? I don't understand.
So Young Gray was doing some performances out there. I just seen it on Instagram. Mind you, I'm new to Nashville. I'm just trying to show out. I'm trying to be seen and go crazy. So I DM him. I'm like, hey, I'm out here and I could take over a crowd. And that's when he's like, oh, if you can pull up, let me see something. So I pulled up and that's exactly what I did.
So you just boosted yourself basically.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And in our final segment, we're going to talk about just some of the other events that you've done here in town. We're going to talk Control the Ville. That's actually how we met. We're going to talk just some of the collaboration that you've had in town, what you want to see from Nashville artistry, how you want to impact Nashville artistry, and ultimately why and how people should and could support you. Absolutely. I encourage our viewers to tune into the final segment of Perspectives, where George and I will return to discuss his background, his education, and the impact that he seeks to leave on Nashville through his music. To the final segment of the show for today. For viewers just tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin. You are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I've had George Bisong here discussing his background, his education, his artistry, and the impact that he seeks to leave on Tennessee communities. In our first 2 segments, George set up his early life. He set up some of his collegiate experiences and how they shaped him. And ultimately, we left off in that second segment talking about his transition from Houston, Texas down to Nashville. We're talking about just some of the highlights of his career here in Nashville, the impact that he seeks to leave on Nashville, and ways that we can support him. You've come to Nashville. We just talked about Skydeck. We gave a good shout out to Young Gray. Now I want to talk about the reception from that performance. Tell me, I mean, did you gain new fans from that?
Absolutely. I gained about I want to say 30 followers that day. It was nice to get that recognition. So I was like, okay, for sure, another little highlight of I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
You're right.
From there, I was just looking for more shows. I went to MIH Underground with EJ the Maker. You know, he does that. I forget what the venue is called, but it was nice. It was about like downtown. That was another big performance I did. Shut the Show Down. It was great. Got more followers, just more reception, and it's just like more boosts saying like, "Hey, Jeb, keep going, keep doing what you're doing." People starting to motivate. People starting to pick up.
Yeah.
So I'm keep on attacking. That's when I met Cruz. He had his first event with O Buttons. He did the Art After Dark event. Performed there. And that's he was like, "Hey, you should check out Control the Ville where we met." And that's you saw how I did at Control the Ville. So. We're just gonna keep it going.
And I want to just talk about those experiences. Tell me about meeting Alex. Tell me about meeting him at Art After Dark. You performed at Art After Dark. And just tell me about performing. Had you ever done like a Sip and Paint, a venue like that before?
I haven't, but also I don't really have like stage fright. I just kind of come.
He's him.
You feel me? I just come and do what I'm supposed to do. So
I know that's right.
It's one of those moments. I pulled up. Hey, we here. This my music. I'm Jeb. Let's get it. So.
And what was attractive about Control the Ville? I mean, aside from like the greatest host in Nashville on the face of it, yeah. But seriously, for you as an artist, events like that showcases, especially when you're kind of being ranked, you're being judged. Tell me, as an artist, just the benefit of performing in showcases like that.
It's like. Just the fact that you get to hear everybody else's opinion and everybody else's view on what you got going on. Of course, you and your team are going to be supportive of what you got going on because y'all are putting in that day-to-day work. But the fact that everybody else comes through and sees like, okay, yeah, you are valid. That's kind of like, oh, it's reassurance. Like, you know you him. When everybody else says you him, it's like, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
But that self-confidence is key.
Yeah.
And it really, it kind of exudes from you. I had the opportunity of watching around maybe like 12 or 13 awesome artists at our last Control the Ville. And all of them were great performers, great voices, great energy, but you can see confidence. You can also see fear. You can almost smell it. And I really took a liking to the artists. There was a young lady whose name escapes me as well, but she was just a star, and she knew that she was a star, and it's really apparent in her performance. Same with you, like you're like leaned in, talking to people, you're like looking people in the eye. I was like, I love him. I don't know who he is from a can of paint, but I love that. And from Control the Ville, tell me what life has looked like since then.
It's been good. Oh, I've been working with Cruz. We got some more stuff cooking out. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out soon. Just been working on some. I got a couple projects I'm working on.
Okay.
Can't wait to get those to y'all.
Can you tell me a little bit about them?
I could tell you a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. I got a project in February called Love Makes Me Evil.
Ooh.
So that's going to be exciting. I'm not going to give you too much details on that, but that's something to look forward to.
Any features? Any?
I'm not doing any features right now. If I do, it's kind of like library, the sidelines right now. Right now, it's really just me. I'm working on some new sounds and some new things that y'all gonna enjoy.
And I like that. I want to ask, just being able to like pick an artist's brain, with you, with like Misery City, with doing a project that's like really all you and you, do you find it to be a little more pressure or find it easier not having to work with anybody else, just in your opinion?
It depends on the song. Sometimes it'll be like, okay, this song needs a different element, needs a feature, but then I'm like, hey, like it's me, you're versatile. Just,
do it.
Yeah, slide on it. So that's when I come through. I got to change like my mindset of the track and then come through at a different angle. And
so you're your own feature, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I try to do. And that's kind of how I write my song structure, just different.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, fine. Different aspects of Jeb coming in and just trying to push the song through. That's kind of how I go.
Jeb, as someone who's kind of like knee deep in the Nashville music scene, I want you to tell me what you see from the Nashville music scene. Do you see diversity? Do you see just kind of like the same people on the same playing field? What have you witnessed in your last few years in Nashville amongst our music scene?
It seems good. From what I can see, I see like y'all motivate each other. You guys are pushing each other up. I feel like some people need more exposure. I feel like some people need to, work harder. But hey, that's kind of what comes with the business.
Real.
At the end of the day, everybody's here for the same goals, trying to do the same thing. So let's see who gets it, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. And that wasn't, let me clarify, that wasn't like a trick question or anything. I don't want you to talk about anybody.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know, just you personally, do you feel like there's like a lack of diversity? Do you feel like there's a lack of like unique sound? Do we need more producers, more unique production, in your opinion? Or are you just in your own little bubble where it's like it's good?
I'm over here working on what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I peep out the window, be like, okay, that's what's going on. But other than that, yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, just Jeb got to cook. So that's what I keep on doing.
I know that's right.
You feel
Jeb
me?
gotta cook. I gotta cook.
You feel me?
Tell me, what you see in the next 5 years from G.E.B, right? Do you believe that you'll stay in Nashville? Outside of projects and performances, that's a given. Tell me how you'd like to grow as an artist, as a man, just here in Nashville.
I always like to give back to the community. I always like to just see what's going on and make sure that those around me are getting uplifted as well. So if those opportunities come out, I did some days at the food bank, but if there's other more opportunities that you know about, let me know. I'm always down to always make those impacts.
Heck yeah. But now, on a more personal level, you and your artistry, where do you see the next 5 years taking you? Do you see a tour?
Oh no, I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
And when you say take off, what do you see in your head?
Everywhere, brand deals, your favorite artist, your parents' favorite artist. Like, I'm just gonna be him. Like, G.E.B's gonna be a household staple name. 5 years easily.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to that too.
I got you.
Now, for our viewers who are saying, I want to see him. I want to see him live. Alana's hyped him up. He sounds like he's a good performer. Tell me anything upcoming, any upcoming shows, anything planned?
I don't have any upcoming shows. I do got some singles coming out. I got some videos coming out for y'all. Just stay interested, stay tapped in. I'm on everything.
Before you plug in your social medias, I want you to give me about 30 seconds. Give me about a quick two-liner, just an inspiring line for a young artist, especially a first-generation American who kind of has these pressures on him, but wants to explore his own creativity. Speak to that child and just give them just a little advice, and then we'll end with plugging your social medias in.
I would probably say that if you're gonna do this stuff, you really gotta do it. You gotta take the time. You gotta work on your craft. You gotta really push yourself, because you gotta want it for yourself. No one's gonna want it more than you, because at the end of the day, it's you and you. And as an artist, there's a lot of those, people say lonely nights, but those nights to yourself to where you really just gotta do it.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up and do it. So
And just go for it.
Yeah, that's what I recommend. Just do it.
And that's perfect. I mean, just like Nike, just do it. It sounds easy. It's easier said than done, of course. It sounds a little cliche, but it truly, you just have to hit the ground running.
You literally just got to. Exactly. That's how you got here, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
I just kept going. I began my kind of career on this side talking to my grandfather as a child. He began to feature me on his talk show. I took over his talk show, and now we're sitting here. But I hit the ground running. I started talking and never shut up. And I think that's a really good lesson to teach people. A lot of people get discouraged, like you said, on the lonely nights or on the slow years, on the slow decades. It can get very discouraging.
But you just got to know your worth, know how much you worked, and know what you're trying to get. So it got to get done. It got to get done. So
I want you to end off this segment plugging yourself in. I want you to plug in not only social medias, but like streaming links, YouTube, everywhere that people can find you and support you.
Okay. So Instagram is the.G.E.B, dg.e.b. YouTube is G.E.B713. Twitter or X is tweet G.E.B. TikTok, the G.E.B. Twitch, G.E.B streams. I'm on everything.
Apple Music.
Apple Music, G.E.B.
Spotify.
G.E.B.
Lower with Tidal.
G.E.B. SoundCloud, G.E.B.
And that's YouTube Music.
On my Instagram and everything, there's a link. You're gonna get everywhere.
Perfect.
Got you.
And G.E.B, I just want to thank you for sitting down with me, for sharing a little bit of your time this morning, just for talking to me about who you are. You have a great spirit, and I've been really interested to learn a little bit about where you came from and how you came to be. And it's just been really refreshing to be able to talk to somebody like you. So just thank you
Thanks
for being
having
you.
me. I appreciate you, Alana.
And to our viewers, thank you for the opportunity to share one more perspective, to share one more story that shapes our beautiful community. Good morning.